Welcome to another social distancing social club. Isolation Nation, it's very exciting to be with you again. This has been Gleib. We have two other hosts I'll be introducing shortly. Of course, also Queen Rachel, we love to say hello to, and we will do that in a moment as well. But first, I have to fill you in on the last 24 hours. We had a sold-out show with Brad Williams at the Nowhere Comedy Club. That was very exciting. Chris Jericho, the wrestler, hopped into the broadcast, supported Brad, and I talked some shit to him because I was hosting the shit, and it was great. I think I kind of beat him. Basically, I'm a pro wrestler now. And Judd Apatow popped into our broadcast. That was pretty cool. So things are getting exciting over at nowherecomedyclub.com. And we have a very fun show today. We'll be introducing our guests and our comedians in just a moment. But I put on a jacket, so you know it's a special one. It's now my pleasure to introduce the middle leg of the three-legged dog that is the hot dog that makes SDSC. Steve Hofstetter, everybody.
Thank you, Ben. I had a very similar night while you were hosting a sold-out show for Brad Williams and hanging out with Chris Jericho and also with Judd Apatow. I was responding to a very angry comment on my Instagram. So, you know, it's a very similar experience, I think.
That is
I feel like very star-studded as well. You guys, I'm so excited to do another one of these. These are super fun. Last night, one of the greatest moments in show history when we discovered that Chris Bowers thought the lining of his jacket was a pocket square. And holy shit, I laughed about that all day. That it's for years. He's been doing this for like maybe a decade. We'll find out in a second. We'll ask him how long he's had that jacket, where he thought it was a pocket square, and we had the realization that it indeed was just the lining pulled out of the pocket. So anyway, we're very excited also because what I actually did do last night was spend a lot of time tweaking audio settings and researching the tech, and I think that we're going to have a much better audio experience for all of you from here on out. We're very excited about that stuff. And with that, if you want to support the show, as always, top right of the screen, you could donate via Venmo. You could also do PayPal, which is in the middle. Just kidding, it's not in the middle. It's on laughfromhome.com. And also, we have Super Chat at YouTube. You can do all that stuff. We have a great game coming up for you later. All the stuff that you know and love about the show. And that includes our front row. Am I introducing the front row yet? Or, Ben,
Yep.
Things have changed.
Yep.
What's happening?
Yeah, do it, brother.
All right, cool. Let's say hi to our front row. We have so many wonderful people, as always. Jessica, a regular supporter of the show. We have Destiny. I think it's her first time in the front row. We also have Tony coming to the chat right now. We've got nope, he's a comic. We've got Thomas. We've got Dirk. We've got Zara is back again. We've got Deanne. I think might be back again or her first time. I'm not sure. I don't know. I lose track of this shit. Anyway, we love you guys. We're happy to have you. As always, you are a very valuable part of the show. And with that, speaking of valuable parts of the show, the man, the myth, the fashion icon. Please give it up.
Again.
For Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Hey, thanks so much.
Woo!
So yesterday I wore a red velvet jacket. This is the blue velvet jacket. I've owned both these for 5 years. I bought them together. I was always mad that this one didn't have a pocket square. Turns out it does. I just hadn't pulled it out of the pocket. So this also has a pocket square. So I've got a whole new jacket experience with a pocket square in this one too. I'm excited to be. Yes, exactly. Just all my coats. It's just this is a different color, Ben. It's a different color.
Hold
See,
on.
right?
Beautiful.
First of
Way
all,
better.
It looks more like a pocket square because at least it's a different color than the jacket. But also, you know, the pocket squares usually have like a triangular shape, right? Like
Well,
they have
I can- Yeah, I just had to squish it a little. That's my bad. Look, now it looks like
yeah, is that
right?
that's
Yeah,
perfectly
now I
perfectly
get it.
said.
Yeah.
That looks gorgeous. That looks
Are
gorgeous.
you quarantined in Italy? You have such great fashion. I didn't even know that you
Looks
were in
like
the
a
heart of
tiny
it all.
man wearing a black hood. I don't know what that is. What
Yeah.
is
Well,
that?
it's a pocket square, Ben. It's a pocket square. You guys that don't wear sophisticated coats don't understand how fashion works. We have two amazing comics for you today. Alex Edelman is here. Say hi, Alex. Okay.
All right.
And Mary Santora is here. There's Alex. All right, Alex. Say hi,
Hi,
Alex.
guys.
Hey. All right.
Hello, buddy.
This is huge. I love it.
Alex, filming a sequel to the Blair Witch Project as we go here.
Yes.
Get
in
closer
the zebra room from Jumanji.
Yeah.
Nice. And then we have a returning champion, Mary Santora is here. Mary Santora, returning champion.
Hi guys, what's going on?
Hello, Mary.
Having her back. Good to see you, Mary.
Hello.
All right. So with that, I'm going to send it back to Ben to let's talk about the overnight game, talk about the new game, and then introduce our special guest. Let's do this.
Very, very excited about that. The overnight game was a good one, my friends. I hope you played. The concept for our last 24 hours was to turn a thing into a thing. Do you guys remember it?
It was name a dog.
Yeah, it was to name a dog.
Name a
Ben
dog,
has not gotten some sleep.
No, I did. I got some sleep. I got 5 hours, but I also I like the ones I like. I'm not seeing them, so I'm a little bit confused. If somebody has hacked my social media, I don't know what's going down.
Yes, that's what. All right, I'll read some. So Jeremy Day.
I found them.
Jeremy Day had some great Harry Potter ones. So had a Hufflepug, Griffin Dog, Ravenpaw, and Slowbrin. All very wonderful entries. I like As I Live and Breathe Through a Mask had Anthony Weiner. Nice. That is a dog that never wears pants. And then I like this
Jeremy
one.
Jeremy Day also had some other great ones that were not Harry Potter themed. He had Sir Arthur Canine Doyle.
Nice.
Julius Caesar. A pretty strong one. Michael Vick.
Oh, nice.
And he had Steve Barkstetter, Benji Gleib, and Chris Bow Wowers.
Nice. Nice. I also like a Ashley Janine with the classic shithead. That's a great one. Wonderful name for a dog, Ashley. I love it.
Yeah, Jeremy Day had like 100 of these. He crushed this game.
Yeah.
I also like Julius Caesar, but my favorite of his was Boba Fetch. I thought Boba Fetch was a great name for a dog.
Yes. And I also enjoyed his submission, Christopher Walken the dog.
Nice. That's a long one to say. And by the way, like, as someone who, I always have human names for my dogs. They're always named after comedy greats. My first dog was named B. Arthur. And that was always fun because just yelling down the street, B. Arthur, don't pee on that. Like, that's a fun thing to do. So that's why you should always have creative names.
That's why I also like Jeremy. This guy's the only person that played the game, it looks like. I like his answer of calling the dog Stain, so people would hear you shouting, "Come, Stain!"
Yeah. I think I'm gonna vote for Cumstain. That's a fucking great joke. I like that a lot. That's hilarious. I thought it was Boba Fetch, but it's Cumstain. I'm gonna go with Stain, the dog's name. That's a great one. I'll vote for that one.
Yeah.
Steve,
yeah, but it's actually.
Sorry.
Are we voting on the overnight? So, Steve, who's your vote?
I mean, look, Jeremy threw in 100. One of his is going to win. Like, there were some great entries from other people as well, but Jeremy Day really crushed this game. This was his game.
So, good job, Jeremy Day. You're the winner. We'll send you all the shit. All right, Ben.
Okay, so our game for today to play during the show, you can answer in the comments if you'd like to play along, and for a $5 or more super chat, we will definitely read your answer, and you'll be entered into the contest to be chosen winner and win the grand prize, which is a copy of all of our host's 13 digital albums. I have the vast majority of those. And you win.
Yes, you have all of mine and all of Chris's.
That's correct. Yes, that's correct. And you get a ticket to our video audience here in the front row to join us. And today's game is ruin a restaurant with one word. So you can either change one word in the name to something else, or just add a word to ruin a restaurant. So it could be real highbrow stuff like Shit Cake Factory, or
I like mine, which is Chipotle British Grill.
Yes.
So, no offense to any of our UK viewers, but there's a reason.
Yeah, they got bad teeth and bad food. That's a double. That's a double entendres. I like that one a lot.
That is not what the word entendre means or how it's pronounced. By the way, Rachel, you're off the hook from here on out. that was so poorly done that Rachel's pronunciation now is fine. It's fine.
I was joking. That really was a joke. I was kidding. That's why I said it with a southern accent. You read double entendres. Anyway, all right.
You said, first of all, you said entendre, but okay, we'll move on.
Queen Rachel, feel free and hammer Bowers for that because we've given you so much pronunciation shit.
By the way, also, I'm curious to take a quick survey here. What is your favorite British fast food restaurant? I don't mean like a chain in England. I mean like one from England that exists in other parts of the world. Can you think of one?
What's the peri peri chicken one?
That is
Nando's.
South African. That is South African.
Yeah,
Nando's is very popular in the UK, but it's a South African chain.
McLeod is Irish. That doesn't count, right?
And also, they serve Portuguese food. It is a South African chain that serves Portuguese food, and the British people are like, "Oh yeah, that's our restaurant." It's like, no, that is
Wagamamas, Steve,
Yeah.
Wagamamas.
Wagamamas. The sushi place with British food.
Think of another chain sushi place that you would rather eat. They don't exist.
They have definitely, like, I will say, they have definitely mass-produced Japanese food. That is a thing they've done. But I just always enjoy.
My favorite British fast food place is Fox and Hound. Although I will admit, Hound is chewier than I expected.
Yeah, name a dog, medium rare. Okay, so with that said, we haven't officially introduced Queen Rachel, but Queen Rachel, say hi to everybody. We're happy to
Hi,
have
everybody. Good to see everybody.
Good
Hi,
to see
Queen.
you, Rachel.
you. And with that, is it time to introduce our special guest?
I believe it is, if I may do the honors. Very excited about this. Our guest today has appeared on Modern Family, on Veep, on New Girl, on Comedy Bang Bang. She was a regular panelist on At Midnight on Comedy Central, Fox's Punchline, recurring character on Audible's Dr. Katz, The Audio Files. Her stand-up appearances include Howie Mandel's Comedy Extravaganza, Bring the Funny, Last Call with Carson Daly, Live at Gotham. Please welcome to SDSC Erica Rhodes, everybody.
Yay! Hey guys.
Hello, Erica. How are you?
You're so professional here.
Yep.
This is
Sure.
official. This is how you do it, you know?
This is, I appreciate that, Erica, but it's less that we're professional and more that other people are horrifically unprofessional. And our shenanigans
true.
just look professional in comparison. But we do.
Yeah, the bar is pretty low, but you far exceeded it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we have clearly stepped over that bar.
Is that because of the pocket square? Is that what makes us professional? Is it the pocket square that got you? Is that what got you, Erica? Did you?
Yeah, it's like the layered jacket looks, the headphones, the back.
By the way, I actually my T-shirt comes with a pocket square as well. I don't know if you want to see this, but my T-shirt comes with a pocket square. It's you might think it's just a Marriott gift card, but it's a pocket square. It's just very fancy, and look, you could shape it different ways. Like you could shape it diagonally, you could shape it horizontally. There are lots of different. It's very flexible as a thing. So that's
My
I'm
jacket
fancy
also
too.
has a pretty good pocket square. If you look, if you just pull it directly out of the pocket, you get one of those weird little marching ladies.
Ow.
You do it.
I have a jacket with me. It's here if I need it. So
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that I'm prepared.
I love that about you. You are in Florida currently. Can I ask how that's going? And also, why would you do such a thing?
Well, I love how everyone's like, sorry you're in Florida. I'm like, I'm in a living room just like you, okay? Everything is the same everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. But I came here because I was scared when this first happened because somebody broke into the house next door to my apartment complex. And then there were weird people wandering around. And I was like, shit's about to go down. Things are going to get crazy. Like, gotta get out of LA. There's going to be earthquakes. And sure. So I called my sister and I was like, I'm coming to Florida. And she's like, okay, but you have to quarantine for 2 weeks before you see us. So I basically came to Florida and I'm in an Airbnb, and then I got sick a week in, and she's like, yeah, you're basically never coming here. So I'm 10 minutes away. My sister, and I've been here a alone.
You're quarantined by yourself in an Airbnb in Florida? Wow.
Wow. This is the worst story I've heard since Jesus' birth. Jesus Christ. There's no room in the inn.
I finally actually did get out of quarantine like yesterday. Like I had been better for about 9 days. And so they're easing restrictions on me now. And
also, you're in Florida where they're easing restrictions on everything.
Yeah,
so.
basically, yeah. Florida's like a little bit more chill.
Yeah, the basic rule in Florida is you can't go bowling if you cough more than 3 times. That's the safety thing. You have to when you walk in, they make you cough twice to see if you're going to do it a third time.
I find it incredible that you were freaked out about random people wandering around your place in LA and thought, got to get to Florida.
Yeah.
Magical.
Did the governor of Florida send your sister a letter saying they had to reopen? Like, are they forcing your sister to reopen her house to you?
My niece is basically the governor of Florida. She's calling the shots.
I love how
How old is your niece?
She's 8.
Yeah, just about the same education level. So that's
Same idea.
All these
8
places
Florida's
that
like
are opening
4
up too early keep the first thing they're opening up is parks and beaches. Literally the least essential business of any kind.
Well, it's
the
not
one place,
business.
like,
I mean,
right.
I feel like it doesn't really make sense to close those to begin with, because it's like, if you want to go to the beach, if you're dumb enough to go hang out at the beach, go hang out at the beach. Like, who cares?
well. I mean, the rest of us who don't want to get sick from those assholes care.
Well, but they're not. But we're all quarantined.
Well, yeah, but we also interact. Like, we have to go to the grocery store every so often.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's herd immunity is basically what we're trying to do.
Well,
Like,
I think everyone's going to get it no matter what at this point.
Yeah, the question, it's about slowing it down. We don't have to get in a whole medical thing, but the point is, if 200,000 people get it in the same week, a bunch of people are going to die. If we get it over a period of a year, then we can take care of it. That's really what it's
by the way, I love that
Bowers.
Erica's been in Florida for a couple of weeks, and already she's doing Republican talking points. Like, what the fuck happened? Get it? We need it for the economy. Look, Grandma's gonna die. It's just gonna happen. Grandma's gonna die.
Look, I just want to get on stage again, people.
This is all been caused by 5G. This is all 5G. My niece told me this is all 5G.
We can all have our opinions, but as far as the panel on the show, Bowers is the only medical doctor here. He's, of course, only licensed to perform on hot dogs, but his opinion carries a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's actually not even headphones. That is a stethoscope. It's just an iPhone stethoscope.
By the way, I'm just saying what other doctors have said. What I keep thinking is funny is that
what other doctors? I love that you believe now you are a doctor. My fellow doctor cohorts.
Dude,
break room.
I have a PhD in entertainment science from Ball State University. I'm just not a doctor, but I am a PhD.
Wait, are you really? Hold on a second. Wait, I've known you for a decade. Are you really a PhD?
No, of course not.
Jesus Christ. The idea, the only degree I thought you would have had is a Bachelor of Science, and that's only because it spells BS. That's the only thing I would have believed.
Wait, what's entertainment science?
It's not a thing.
That?
I made all of it up. I would just
made it up.
I was like, well, that's fascinating.
And this is why Erica believes that everybody's going to get it eventually. She just believes whatever she fucking hears from anybody.
Entertainment science are the two things the left believes in. So with that said, let's catch up on some super chats and Venmos, and then we'll introduce our first comic.
Let's do it.
Awesome. So we have, let's see what we got going on. I just want to give a birthday shout out to Eastern Dragon and Shelly today on YouTube.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We had Amy Ackerson on Facebook start us off with 200 stars. So like $2 donation. Thank you.
Thanks.
Chris Sparks, $10. Did Steve smoke the rest of the weed he had left?
Oh, absolutely not. Are you fucking kidding me? No, it's not even in my house. I'm not throwing it away because I know it's valuable and at some point I'll sell it. But the no, I'll probably just give it to somebody.
You still haven't brought it inside?
No, it's just on my patio. My patio's got an overhang. It's fine.
What's the reason you're not bringing it back inside?
Because it makes my place smell like pot, and I don't want that. I mean, it's a pretty simple reason.
It's in a it's in a glass smell-proof container.
You have been around pot so long, you have no idea what it fucking smells like anymore. You, like people who are potheads, I've been on the road with people who are potheads so much. And when I'm on the road with them all the time, I'm just like, hey, can you do something about the smell? And they're like, oh, no, there's no smell. And I'm like, what? Did you accidentally light your nose on fire? Like, you don't know.
Steve, you have PTSD, dude. Did the bag smell when it got delivered to your house?
Yes, it did.
Like now.
Yes, it did. Not. It absolutely did.
No, by the way, it is pretty pungent, Ben. The one he brought me, I had to put in a cabinet in a plastic bag in my. It smells pretty intense.
Victory.
Wow.
Also, by the way, it's not like I scrubbed the fucking bong. The bong smells like it.
Wait, guys, is my sense of smell gone again?
It might be. You got Corona 2, Return of the Corona.
You get it?
Yeah. Oh my God, you have Corona Extra.
Yeah, Erica, I think. Erica, I believe I probably did have it. Yeah, I was sick
I think I had it too, maybe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, what were your symptoms?
I was just really achy, and I kept like feeling a little bit like feverish and exhausted and no appetite.
Yeah, I had all of that.
At one point, I had to clear my throat a lot. Like I didn't have a cough, but I kept having to go hum.
That's the way Bowers talks on this show. He just has to get in there with the sounds.
Are you ready for a comic?
Yes.
How about a comic? We do a comic now?
Oh, we're not comics?
We're not comics.
We're gonna have a comic do a performance, a comedy performance, Erica. That's how this show works. So so now we have a comic. So the first comic coming to the stage right now. Super hilarious. You've seen him on Conan. Give her Alex Edelman, everybody. Alex Edelman. Woo!
Oh, by the way, I didn't realize that Erica was going to have all of her credits ever. You read everything that Erica had ever been on.
I'm the special guest today.
She's the special guest, bro.
Just like
Erica.
She's been on This American Life between 1979 and 1983. She was the Attorney General of the United States. And here's Alex. Either way,
I'm going to reintroduce Alex right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him not only on Conan, but this man did the Pemberton Music Festival with me in some fucking mountains, and he tied my shoe with one time, which was really nice. Alex Edelman, everybody.
Yes, that's right. We'll get into that in the super chat. But look, by the way, Chris, when you were reading, when you were like, I'm an entertainment science doctor from Ball State University, for a genuine second, I was like, oh, that's what Dr. Phil must be. Because that's the only. Shouldn't we have a different word for doctors that aren't doctors? If someone's ever like, I'm Dr. Mike, and you're like, oh, wow, what kind of medicine do you practice? It's like, oh, no, I got a doctorate in literature. It should be a different kind of thing. I wrote a 600-page paper on Shakespeare's sonnets, and you're like, well, that's not the same as a dude who can save your life with a ballpoint pen. It's a different type of deal. But by the way, sorry about my mom's elliptical in the background. This room has the best Wi-Fi, so that is what I'm using. I've been trying so hard to write jokes in this particular moment in time, and let me tell you, it is every day. I sit down at 8:00 in the morning. Right before I go to bed. And I sit down at 8:00 to try to. My sleep schedule is fucking freshman at Arizona State University. Control. I don't know what's happened. There was no moment where I stayed up all night and it fucked up my schedule. I have been like this since I can remember. But I sat down to write a joke the other day. And I swear to God, I looked up after 20 minutes and I had written a poem. Which is the opposite. There's an opposite of a joke. It's a poem. Favorite. I have. Here's the thing that I have worked on, and I'm just gonna tell you it because I need to tell it to someone who's not my childhood stuffed animal. will show you my childhood stuffed animal at the end of this. I'm in my childhood home in Boston because it's the only place that. Hello? Oh, there we go. I'm in my childhood home in Boston because I was on tour in the UK, and I'll save that for the chat. Here's the joke. My favorite things about a sports team is when they have a name that, if you actually thought about it, would be insensitive, given that the thing that the sports team is named after has actually killed people in the area. For instance, like the Florida Gators or the Colorado Avalanche, or that's it. It's a bad premise. That's literally the only two examples. Only two examples. When I started the joke, I was like, this is perfect. This is great. This is evergreen stand-up. And after 15 minutes of Googling, I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. There are a couple of teams that if they moved, they could maybe be hard. Like if the Brooklyn Cyclones minor league baseball team moved to Kansas, they might do some damage. If the Minnesota Vikings moved to England in the 13th century, it might be a bit. Mom, I'm okay. So my mom has been using the opportunity to FaceTime with all of her high school friends. And it is so fun to watch her FaceTime with people that she hasn't spoken to in like 4 decades. And I'm watching somewhere she's going to come in. And then as soon as she gets on the phone, she talks a river of shit about these people. And it is so funny. She'll be like, miss you. I love you. I've been thinking about you every day for 30 years. And then she hangs up. She's like, that girl was the biggest bitch in high school. You have absolutely no idea. And so a couple of days ago, she's on the phone with her friend Tiki Lyons, who lives in Westchester. I probably shouldn't say her real name. It's like she's in the next room. My mom said, Alex, come over here so Tiki can get a look at you. And I come over and Tiki goes, ugh, you look exactly like your mother. And I'm like, exactly. This arm hair is barely acceptable on me, a 30-year-old male. My mom's a 63-year-old lady. Hope not. I hope you don't even mean in high school, because man. All right, I've run over, but I'm going to tell you guys one thing. My dad is a real smart guy. My dad teaches at Harvard Medical. He's not an ass. My mom is. Hold on, guys, stop! I need to do this joke. This is how many comedy sets before the pandemic was the comic standing there like with a hand over the microphone, like, guys, I have to be quiet with this next joke. It's about my mom, and she's at the bar over there. So please. Be quiet. Dad's a real smart guy. My dad teaches at Harvard Medical School and MIT, and he's been put in charge of the distribution of personal protective equipment for all of MIT and Harvard. Like he's like organized the distribution of like 2.5 million pieces of PPE. He's been featured on NBC News. He designs artificial hearts, and he's a physician at Brigham and Women's Hospital. And because of the artificial heart design in 2010, he almost won the Nobel Prize for Medicine. And if you talk to my mom over the course of this pandemic, you'd think that she's married to the dumbest piece of shit who's ever lived. Walk out of a conversation with Cheryl Edelman and you'd be like, I don't know much about that lady, but her husband is fucking illiterate. Like, Dad, a couple of days ago, he was like, hey, Allie, do you want to see an artificial heart? And I was like, yes, because that's not a question you say no to. And he pulls it out and I'm looking at it and I'm like, Dad, this is so cool. And my mom, without even looking up from her In Touch magazine, just went, took him long enough. He's been working on that shit for 30 years. And I was like, Cheryl sent me and my brother, and she's like, he's an idiot, and we all know it. And I was like, Mom, it's an artificial heart. And then without looking up from the magazine, she just went, I grew your heart inside me in 9 fucking months. And I was like, my dad could be Jesus turning water into wine. And my mom would be like, yeah, but it's a rosé, isn't it? It's just a fucking rosé. Hello, this moron. I'll end, but I just want to say that I think it's every wife thinks their husband is the dumbest piece of trash in the world. And my dad once said to me when my mom was ragging on him, like this is about a week and a half ago, she was like, do you think Einstein put up with this? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, obviously Einstein put up, like Einstein's sitting at a table, he's talking to dinner guests about the theory of relativity, and his wife just waits for one pause, and then she just goes, you know, his hair is always like that. And he's like, what the fuck? And she's like, he just never shuts up. And he's like, thank you. Okay, as I was saying, E equals MC squared. And she's like, oh, he's huge into E equals MC squared, but he doesn't know that shampoo plus comb equals presentable. He's never got that. You're a fucking idiot. Okay, that's me. I've run over. Thanks so much.
Edelman, everybody. Alex Edelman. And a couple of things. First of all, tip jar is open as always. You can throw a Venmo in top right of the screen, or PayPal, Laugh From Home, or you can super chat. I've known Alex for a very, very long time. Since what? You were like 16 years old when I met you in Boston? Yeah, I met Alex in Boston. One of the things that we bonded over is that we were both big sports fans. And with that, I would just like to say Iowa State Cyclones, Miami Hurricanes, Miami Heat, and the worst killer of all, the New England Patriots. But
Steve, wait, Steve, you missed the New York Jets.
Well, that was.
Oh, fuck.
I thought about that.
From New York.
Damn.
Did it in New York, but yes.
Do you want to know what I think might be cool? Steve, I was going through my room, and I found some, I know this is a weird way to go, but I found some cool baseball stuff that I had forgotten about. This is a bottle of champagne from when I worked at the Red Sox and we won the World Series, so I have that here.
Very cool.
And I was going through this box of shit, and literally it was stuff that my mom was like, do you want to keep this or throw it away? And in this box of stuff is a signed photo of Michael Jordan. And I was like, and she was like, well, you didn't frame it, or I just like wanted to keep it still. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep the autograph photo of Michael Jordan. I think that's something I really enjoy having. And I swear to God, she went, he was no Larry Bird. And I was like,
What?
He's Bostonian from the 1980s.
Oh my God.
Up in this
All
room
right, Rachel.
has not held up well. To wit, my bed was directly beneath this painting of noted racist now Kurt Schilling.
Yes.
So.
Are you in Boston, Alex?
Yeah. I'm home. I'm home with my family. I was in England. And,
we're losing him in the good Wi-Fi room.
We're losing you.
Sorry. I'm going back upstairs to the good Wi-Fi.
Back to the elliptical machine.
Elliptical, Alex.
By the way,
Also,
Boston is the only place that would have a painting of Kurt Schilling, both because he won for the Red Sox and also because he is racist. So I think those two things.
Guys, can you hear me again?
Yeah,
Are you on the elliptical now?
I'm on the elliptical
Yeah.
now.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
No, I'm barefoot. Let's see. How do you increase the incline? No.
Oh my God.
How do you increase the incline is probably what your mom would have said to Sir Edmund Hillary after he scaled Everest.
Whoever wrote the elliptical runs the internet ? Very good job. Wow, well done.
I have a favor to ask, buddy. Is there any chance that you would consider reading us the poem that you wrote instead of writing a joke?
Yes.
Please.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Yay.
Erica's excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Well, while he finds that, Rachel, we got any tips coming in? Let's hear some tips. And
we got to catch up with the chat and everything.
While he's finding his phone.
He's going to need those tips because he's definitely getting kicked out of his mother's house, by the way, after that. We have Hudson
thanks
in
a
Florida.
lot. Thanks a lot, Rachel.
Hudson in Florida tipped Alex $5.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
nice one guy. Thing. Let Rachel talk.
We've got E-Hole tipped $2 for Alex. Buy condoms. We have Chris Sparks tipped $10 for Alex. I'll take whatever sports talk I can get. We've got Jessica Kibble, $25. Alex, it's so wrong. It's so inappropriate. I love it so much. It makes me suspect my own children, however. We've got Chris Sparks, another 10 for Alex. That overtime bit was effing fire.
Nice.
We've got Dave Adler had tipped $5 for a frame to save Alex from his mother's cleaning.
Thanks, guys.
And I've got some generals here.
Let's do some generals too.
We have Daniel Graves, Venmo, $10. Question for the hosting comedians. Do you ever use Airbnb when touring?
Oh, I did for a while, and then we started playing a game of we were thinking we should do a reality show where we should just go to, not look for a bad Airbnb, just be see what is wrong with this Airbnb. What is it that, why is this closet locked? What is in here? Or hey, is the host going to come back in the middle of the night and not tell us? That one. Or my favorite one, I don't know if I've talked about this on the show before, but the guy who got divorced 2 days before I was supposed to stay in his empty place, and so he was staying in his empty place because he got a divorce. And here's how I know, because it was the first sentence he said. Well, my wife left me. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Steve. What? That was... Yeah, so there's been a lot of that. I'm still willing to stay in Airbnb, and I still do it occasionally, but it is...
Steve?
None of you guys?
Steve? No, you broke up there,
yeah.
Steve. We didn't hear you.
Oh.
Steve just got fancy new Wi-Fi at his house, and it's the
right.
first time he's broken up, which is thoroughly perplexing. He was bragging to me an hour ago on text, dude, I've got 400 upload now, 30 download, and you sound like
Wait,
shit.
It's my fault. Hold on, I wasn't using the elliptical. Hold on, I have to.
Now you sound perfect,
exhausting,
Steve.
by the way.
It really looks like an elliptical. That looks really good.
Wait, do I go down the stairs?
It really does.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, I don't know if I've ever been on a real elliptical. I was just trying to do what Alex was doing.
Hey, so what you have to do is set it to, wow, my heart rate is 219. That is a glitch in the elliptical.
No, that is
healthy or no?
Yeah.
It's perfect. That's perfect. You most of the time a regular person's heart beats 310 a minute, so you're fine.
By the way, your name is now Dr. Hot Dog Bowers. That's your full
Dr. Hot Dog Bowers, PhD. I've always wondered if a doctor became a DJ, you think he'd call himself DJ Doctor or Doctor DJ? I don't know which one is more.
You've always wondered that?
Yeah, you've clearly never gotten a degree. That is not a question.
No, you put DJ. You put DJ first.
Dr. Bowers walking into a patient's room. They've got a very serious prognosis. He goes, I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is you have cancer. The good news is I finally figured it out. I think he'd call himself DJ Doctor.
They shoot off cannons and shit. Cancer.
Yeah.
Erica, do you ever stay in Airbnbs when you go on the road other than when you escape to self-quarantine isolation?
I know. I was going to say I've been in an Airbnb for a month, and there have been a lot of ups and downs. There was a huge cockroach at one point, and I got really scared, and I threw a pillow on it, and then it was under the pillow, and then I called the owners, and they got it out from under the pillow. And so it was a whole situation.
Given that it's Florida, though, I wouldn't be surprised if in your rating they were like, Erica was a lovely guest, but she killed our cockroach. You know,
Our pet cockroach.
The way,
she killed our pet cockroach.
Bad because that cockroach was running for mayor, and so changed the entire political system. And by the way, in the comments, our resident doctor, Zara from the comments, says it's actually Dr. DJ. I know the nomenclature. When we have judges who are PhD, we call them Dr. Judge or Dr. Justice. So it's Doctor First, whatever they are.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know that you go with Dr. DJ because you want to go with the thing that is easiest to become first. So you start with doctor, and then then you want to impress as you go up. You know, I want to just be like,
yeah, doctor is the opener.
It's like Sir Paul McCartney, you know. Like,
what's that, Erica?
Is Chris an actual doctor? Or are we all messing with
it's a fucking bit.
A doctor. He is not a doctor.
Erica.
Did you see the pocket square that I thought was a pocket square? This is the fucking lining of my coat. What part do you think I'm a doctor?
Chris actually got his doctorate. We're kidding with you. He got his doctorate just after using my elliptical machine. It was
I'm very gullible.
Eric, I have to question your cockroach removal strategy. You were self-quarantined with possible COVID, and you first threw a reusable thing you want on your head to get rid of the cockroach, a pillow, and then called in the landlords to break the quarantine seal. You didn't know what they were bringing in there. This is a terrible plan.
These are all good points. It's like you gotta pick your poison, Ben. You know, you gotta pick your poison.
That is true.
Can I just point out that Bowers' name on the Zoom right now is Dr. Hot Dog Bowers.
Pick your poison. Pick your poison has been the theme of Trump healthcare briefings all week, basically. It is like, whatever poison you want to use to kill the virus, we should use. Trust me.
Your poison!
Dr. DJ.
Literally encouraged people to inject bleach. Who knew the morons that were eating Tide Pods months ago were actually just building up immunity for coronavirus?
Hey, his initials really are DJ.
I have to tell you guys.
Donald J. Trump. Holy shit, he's DJ Trump.
I have to tell you this. I need to get this out. There's a person in my home, not my mom, but there's a person who I'm quarantining with, someone in my family who is a Trump supporter and thinks that we're always going too hard on Trump. And I swear to God, we're watching the news and like we've been fighting since I got here about Trump, and he's like, "You're too hard on Trump." And so we're watching the briefing as it happens live. And this person turned to me, and as Trump said, "You can inject it," he looked at me. He was like, "Yeah, this one's hard. This one's hard to Too safe, good sir. My liberal friend.
We got to catch up with some super chats and stuff here. Rachel, what do we got?
Yeah, so we've got more tips for Alex. Kim Woo tipped $5. Awesome set, Alex.
Thanks,
We've
Kim.
got Razor $5 for Alex's dad for a dunce hat and a huge foam middle finger to wear around the house and keep extended eye contact with the wife.
It's amazing.
We have Elizabeth Ann tipped $5. Alex, I don't know who I want to meet more, Alex's mom or dad. He's no Larry Bird.
That's so sweet.
Frank Notaro tipped $10. Great job, Alex. You killed it. I haven't seen the host laugh that hard since Queen Rachel botched the pronunciation from the guy from Harry Potter.
Right, I would like to say that is not true. I laughed very hard at the penis game as well. I'm a very immature person.
And I also would like to correct the record. Rachel, it's pronounced Frank Nicotero. He was the host of Street Smart for many years.
We got to get him on the show, by the way.
Different guy. Different guy.
We got to get.
I can get him.
Let's do it.
Done.
If we do, can we just call? Can we just introduce him as Frank Notaro the whole time?
Absolutely.
We've got Ellen Shaw tipped $5 for Alex for good comedy plus Boston pride. Go Sox eventually.
Can I just intercept with a compliment? That was one of the best sets I've seen on any Zoom show in a while.
It was so funny.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, I like the idea that she qualified it. She's like, "This is one of the best sets I've seen," and then on a Zoom show.
While I was in Florida looking at a cockroach, so I'm terrified. But yes, other than that, it's the best show I've seen.
What, legit, Alex? That was a killer set and one of the best we've ever had on the show. So that was fantastic.
I'm so psyched.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah. All right, we still have 15 super chats to get through. Can we let Rachel do her job, please?
Yes. Yes, read the poem, but yes, Rachel, please.
We've got Savannah Martin tipped Alex $16.79 for Alex.
Nice.
Jan Johnson tipped $2.50. Alex, one of the funniest sets yet. Wish I could give more. We have Generals Night Wheel $5. This is one of the restaurants in England, and it's true. I love Pret a Manger in England. I love their sandwiches. There's only a few here in the U.S.
I do too. What a great French place. Sorry.
Pret a manger. It's Pret a manger, not Pret a Manger. And now I'm curious about the Harry Potter mispronunciation.
She called Hermione Hermone when she read it. She goes, Hermone.
Erica just laughed so hard I think the window broke. That was amazing.
Manger?
But that literally is a French name for a place. Go ahead.
E-hole, $5. Remember the weenie. We have Mary Rogers sent 200 stars on Facebook. We've got Edward Marlowe, $10. During a breakup, I accidentally left a bag of crab corpses in my ex's truck. Love and support, y'all.
Holy shit. It's confession time. If you guys want to confess something for $10 or more, that would be great.
Jesus Christ.
And look, I will be the first to say I have always been misplacing my crab corpses because sometimes you forget if you leave the house with them, and so it's hard to remember. And like I try to check my pockets, I'm like, oh, my phone's in this pocket, my keys are in that pocket, my wallet's in the other pocket, but I forget to hit my back pocket, which is where I usually keep the crab corpses. So it's difficult to remember.
Big question is, did you call her to get the crab corpses back? Or did you just let her keep the crab corpse?
Or did you call her and tell her that you left a bunch of live crabs there? And shut up. It was like, what'd you do to my crabs? They're all alive when I left.
I gave a girl crabs once. Anyway, Rachel.
My God.
We've got Teely White, $2. Stuff my mom smokes, I swear, smells like dog shit.
Okay.
Yeah. What? For the weed.
No, that was in reference to the weed being smelly.
Kitsy Dapt, $5. Alex and Steve, what baseball team do you hate the most, and why is it the Astros? Go Dodgers.
Yeah, by the way, the Red Sox really sidestepped something that the Astros cheated worse than they did, so nobody's mad at the Red Sox.
Yes. Did you see that the cheating scandal for the Red Sox got pinned on the video replay guy? Because clearly that's the most powerful person in the Red Sox organization. The guy who runs video replay.
Yeah, it's actually very, very similar to, when World War II started. It's because one guy was like, I don't like those Germans. That's how it happened, right? It's very similar.
That's my grandfather, actually, who said
that. Kind of
was real.
Yeah.
His name was Franz Duke Ferdinand. Yeah. Are we caught up, Rachel? How many more we got left?
We've got a couple more. We can do a set.
All right, let's do a comic. Are we ready for another comic? Oh, well, first, before we do that, Alex, any? How do we find you on social media? And
wait.
Do you? I'm getting to it, Ben. I'm getting to it. And do you have the poem ready? I want to hear your social media and the poem.
I do have a poem. Sorry, my phone was dying. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at my. Sorry, let me plug in my Instagram handle is at the Alex. Twitter handle. Sorry, can you guys hear me?
lost you.
Yeah, now we get back on the elliptical. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My Instagram is at the Alex Edelman. My Twitter was at the Alex Edelman. And tomorrow I've joined Patreon and I'm putting up 42 minutes of stand-up comedy on Patreon tomorrow. So if you join, my Patreon is just Patreon and my name, Alex Edelman, Patreon /Alex Edelman. But everyone's been really nice. Thank you so much for your nice, funny comments. You guys are way funnier than the people I've been quarantined with. So I kind of just want to stay in the chat and snipe at people. Can I write the Instagram name here? My Instagram name is.
Yeah,
okay,
we got it. We got it on screen for you.
We got it. Poem.
We got it covered. Poem.
Okay,
poem,
fine.
Poem.
All right.
Poem.
This poem is called. Oh no, the connection's breaking. Okay. This poem is called Duluth. This poem is called Duluth, Minnesota.
Oh, I already like it.
I know. Oh man, the best thing to do here is visit Dylan's house. Although Dylan got as far away as possible, fibbed through his teeth about ever being here. Good to be here in winter when cold is what it really is. So good to go in February. So go in February, not in April. If you're going to go to the cold place, then why half-ass it? Oh man, and don't fly in. Frown your way across the state in a minivan from Fargo. Hunt down Paul Bunyan statues you mostly imagined anyhow. Towns with 50 hostages. The best thing to do.
Oh,
Well, I like
Wow.
the deep silence really makes you think.
Even the internet doesn't like poems.
yeah. By the way, I think Alex wrote that poem I think he did the same gig I did in Duluth. Like, I think that was.
I loved how the poem went dark at the end. It just got really contemplative.
And then he
Really
left.
like
That was great.
Rather than finishing the poem, he was like, "Fuck this! No, I'm not gonna."
There he is.
Alex is back. Audio's muted. Muted, Alex. You're back.
There he is.
Audio's
Now he's
muted.
back.
My phone died at the perfect time and the worst time. Sorry, the last. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. We're like 10 I'm so sorry. And, all right, fine. This is the last line of it. The best thing to do here is Dylan's house, then the logging camp, then the railway cave, all kinds of mausoleums. And the second best thing to do is to walk out onto Lake Superior, get a crate, write some letters, and wait for the ice to crack in milder seasons.
It's about a suicide by icy lake. I like that.
Hey, dude, you do a comedy club in Duluth, Minnesota on February 11th with Gary Gomez and Ignataro, the epitome of cheer. Ignataro was depressing. You need to spend time in a comedy green room with Tignataro. So have you been in any funks lately? It's very, very... By the way, the worst Airbnb I've ever been, and then I'm going to sit back and watch this for a bit. The worst Airbnb I've ever been in was I did a comedy club somewhere in North Carolina, and it was usually comedy clubs, as everyone in this Zoom will know, they have a condo, and this had an Airbnb. And the comic from the previous weekend, who was middling, hadn't vacated yet, and there had been a leak, and it had soaked the merch that he was keeping in one of the closets. And so when I arrived, I opened the door, and there were North Carolina middle act merch spread all over the living room, drying. I remember picking up a T-shirt that said "DILF, Dad, I'd like to fuck" on it. And the weekend got worse. All right,
Love that.
so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Alex Edelman, everybody. One more time.
Alex
Edelman.
Edelman.
All right, we're gonna get to the next comic. We're getting to the next comic right now. We're getting right next to the comic. Then we gotta get to the next comic. All right, coming up right now. She's our returning champion. She's our biggest tip getter we've gotten so far. She's one of my very favorite comics. You've seen she's on the Alan Cox show in Cleveland every day, and she's also was voted the funniest person in Cleveland. Give her the very funny Mary Santora, everybody. Mary Santora.
Mary Santora.
Hi, what's going on, guys? How are we? Real quick, Steve, thank you for clarifying that you had never been on an elliptical, because we definitely couldn't tell. That was great. It's the least athletic person I've ever seen in my entire life. Does forgotten? No, Bowers, put your hands on. You're a doctor with hot dogs. Don't even look at Forgotten Crab Corpses is like the worst heavy metal band ever. Like, just the shittiest music. I wore my best flannel for you guys. You guys like it? How do I look? Do I look like I'm gonna go sing Shania Twain karaoke? Because I am. That's what I do. I was described recently by a friend as hillbilly bougie, and I've never been described better. That's perfect, literally. If someone didn't immediately pop into your mind, you definitely are not from the Midwest. Like, I can tell you that much. Hillbilly bougie is basically like, I'll go out and treat myself to a really nice steak dinner, but then I'll ask for a to-go box for the bread. Like that kind of thing. Yeah. I'm basically if a Code Red Mountain Dew was a person. That's what we're dealing with here. That's my mom. I had a crazy childhood, man. My mom's a hoarder. Like, have you guys seen the show Hoarders? I grew up like in a hoarder house like that. And don't get weird and uncomfortable. Everybody does, because there was like pros and cons to living in a hoarder house. You know, like a con, we only had one path that went through our whole house. You know, pro, I'm awesome at corn mazes. So. Very true. My sister and I used to play a game called Find the Floor, which is a very real game we play. We had a junk room, like some people have a junk drawer in their house. We had an entire room where we would go up and we would it's kind of like digging through the $5 movie bin at Walmart, you know? And like you're trying to get to that one prize movie at the bottom, but all these shitty Keanu Reeves movies keep getting in the way. Like Find the Floor. Like you just want Too Fast, Too Furious. Like that's all you're looking for, you know? My mom and I, we disagree on a lot of things. She doesn't think that I have my priorities straight, you know, because I travel for comedy all the time and stuff. She'd be like, you know, Mare, you did 20 shows last month and saw your niece 0 times. I'm like, well, you know, Mom, you found 15 floor lamps last month and have 0 light bulbs. So I have Alex was talking about a Trump supporter. That's what most of my family is. My brother's like super religious, Bible beater, thing like that. He pulled me aside a couple years ago at Christmas because he thought I was drinking too much. Now, this is the kind of guy who has like a bumper sticker that says, "The South will rise again." But his plates are from Ohio. So like, I don't know. He pulled me aside at Christmas and he quoted the Bible to me. He was like, "Mary, be not drunk with wine wherein there is excess. Instead, be filled with the Lord." Ephesians 5:18. As if 2 bottles of wine later, I could even hear what he was saying to me. Like I had no clue what was going on. So what I did is I got more drunk and then I quoted the Bible back to him, but with verses that I made up. So I was just wasted. I was like, "Hey, Kyle, thou shalt passes the mashed potatoes." Deuteronomy 9:18. Hey, Kyle. God looks down when you partake in redneckery. Cautions 8:12. He's also one of those people who's always like if you love Jesus on Facebook. Like he's one of those. It's so much to handle, man. I can't, because of my family, I don't want to have kids. Like I see what our parents did to us. Like I was talking I'm telling you, man, here's my thing. I can barely remember to feed my cat. Okay. Like you can't do that with a kid. You will go to jail. Do you know what happens if I go too long without feeding my cat? I buy a new cat. Plus little kids are fucked up, man. Like my nephew was hanging out and he asked me, he was just very basic. He just goes, "Yeah, babe, what's your favorite color?" And I was like, "Oh, buddy, my favorite color is yellow." And he was like, "Yellow can't be your favorite color because sunshine doesn't even have eyes." All right. Like, I didn't know that in preschool they were taking acid. Like I didn't know. My dad was a compulsive gambler, so if I'm not painting the picture of a perfect family for you guys, that's the recipe in this soup. That's how you make a stand-up comedian. You learn your lessons differently when your dad's a gambler. Like I'll never forget this as long as I live. When I was in second grade, I was taking a math quiz. One of the questions on the quiz was 11 is a number that is only divisible by 1 and itself. 11 is an example of a prime number is what they were looking for. 8-year-old Mare wrote, double down. That's the jokes for me, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Mary Santora. By the way, a couple things. One, of course, tip jar is open if you want to tip Mary for describing the most accurate version of the game, The Floor is Lava, I've ever heard. You can do so. Venmoing at the top right of the screen. Of course, you can PayPal, laughfromhome.com, as well as you could super chat. Also, the idea that on a show hosted by Chris Bowers and Ben Gleib, I'm the least athletic? How fucking dare you?
You didn't run an elliptical.
Hold on a second. That's like saying Bowers eats the least hot dogs or Ben has the least amount of weird shit on his desk. The only reason I'm on this panel is to look athletic in comparison. That's the only reason I do this show.
Listen.
Allowing this. Hold on. No. I've shown it before. But we've got my high school ping pong trophy. We've discussed it. And we've also discussed my Little League baseball pitching record. Okay? Don't give me that shit.
40 years ago.
And by the way, I am really good at fucking Papa-Shot, so I don't want to hear it.
96.
Papa-Shot. Oh my God.
Trophy.
Yeah, he's got a trophy
over here. So yeah.
I've been to the gym with Ben. And I'm certainly not with Bowers. And I can attest firsthand. Yeah, I met a guy named Jim with Bowers. Does that count?
I like how Bowers shows off his Papa-Shot championship because it's the only basketball that an alcoholic can thrive at. Like that's it.
I agree.
9 beers in, I'm in my groove.
I went to
able to lift weights.
I went to a high altitude place with Ben Gleib. I went to a high altitude comedy festival with Ben Gleib, and he was out of breath getting out of the van. Ben, the only time you've run in the last 10 years is when you ran for president.
And even that he stopped halfway through.
Water break.
Press Secretary Steve Hofstetter. Let me just respond by saying I had surgery 1.5 weeks before that festival, Alex. Secondly, it's also true I don't run hardly ever. Thirdly, just because you lift weights at a gym, no one's saying you don't have more muscles. You go to the gym. You transformed yourself into somebody with muscles. But that is not athleticism. I was third-string high school quarterback.
Oh
had
my
a touchdown
God!
During summer league. Okay? Don't act like
Christ. Let's see your Ben. Let's see your class ring. Where's your class ring, Ben?
Ben, I bet you could. Hold on a second, guys. We have to
has it.
stop. We have to stop while Ben throws this football over those mountains. It's really important to see.
I mean, the burning question that everybody has for you now. I mean, people must come up to you in the street and go, I mean, what was it like to meet Amy Klobuchar? Like, what?
it's a dream. It was a dream come true.
Actually, Ben not only met Amy Klobuchar, but he stole a press conference from her. It was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. Gambling, you know, like she does, where she talks for 10 minutes and says one sentence. And he just walked in and was like, all right, I'm going to just start talking. And just started talking. And she looked around and was like, all right. And then she left.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I stole her press conference.
So cool.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah. That's what happens when a comic can run for president. It's great.
It was pretty fun. And it worked. It worked. I got, again, 0.1% of the vote in New Hampshire, the one state I made it onto the ballot on. So you're welcome, America.
But that is, if I recall, New Hampshire is the state with the most population, right? Don't they have the highest population?
Steve, you're breaking up. It must be the elliptical or the new Wi-Fi. Very hard to understand what you're saying.
Erica,
Alex got back up.
since Erica lives in Florida now, have you registered in Florida? 'Cause it's a state, we need your vote. Can you register while you're down there in your Airbnb? She's muted right now, but
You're muted, Erica.
there we go. No, she's good.
Now you're good.
Now
No,
you're good.
no
now you're
wonder,
good.
no wonder no one heard the last jokes I was doing. I was trying to compliment Steve's elliptical machine. I was like, that was the best elliptical work I've seen without an elliptical machine ever.
By the way, first of all, I don't know how much competition I have in that category, but I do appreciate it, Erica.
Yeah.
And it's so clear that Ben muted you when you started saying that now. Now I know what happened.
So have
Also,
you registered to vote in Florida? Have you registered to vote in Florida, Erica?
I have not registered to vote here yet. No.
Well, do us
So
a
you
favor
fit
and do
right
that.
in with the
I'm
other,
just
the other
Still trying to figure out. What'd you say?
I said, so you fit right in with other Floridians.
Yeah, I've just been spending a lot of time at the beach, so I haven't had time.
Yeah, Erica's really busy licking mailboxes,
Yeah, I just don't have time to get into politics because I'm trying to get my tan.
Yeah.
Have you been tempted to eat people's face off at all yet, or wander into swamps? Has Florida affected your mental state yet? Is the question.
Not yet that I know of, but I don't know. My mental state probably wasn't that great to begin with. Wait, hold on.
Camera just did a 180.
I have to hold on.
90? God, 93.
Hold on. I'm running low. I'm running low on battery.
She was like, my mental state wasn't that great to begin with, so I decided to go to a physical state that's also not that great to begin with.
Right.
If you're running low on battery, you can try what Bowers does: just eat another hot dog.
Yes.
I also, whenever the time comes, I have 3 contest entries if I'm allowed to play. I don't want to.
Oh yeah,
anything,
absolutely.
Oh,
but I
would
have
love
3
it.
of them.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we all will play. Actually, the contest
Okay.
we should do the contest because we have 35 entries to the contest, which is insane.
Well, Rachel, was there any tips for Mary and general stuff?
Yeah,
And
of
then we'll get to
course.
the contest in a second. Let's hear from Rachel. a little bit.
Absolutely. So we've got Dave Adler tipped $5 for Mary's bread doggy bag bulbs for her mom.
Nice.
Nice.
We've got E-Hole tip $5. Oh my God, Mary, thank you. Elizabeth Ann $5 for Mary for dog food or for cat food.
Nice.
Nice.
Jessica tipped $25. Mary, anything I could say would be utterly inadequate.
Aw, that's
Nice.
so sweet. Thank you.
Savannah tipped Mary $16.83. We've got Tyler Stevens tipped Mary $2. Kenneth Blankenship tipped Mary $10. Mary, I've got relatives like yours. I'll have to catch your I'll have to catch your show next time you're in Nashville.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm
Got-
also headlining Nowhere Comedy Club on Monday. So if you guys are on Nowhere Comedy Club, Monday I'm doing a full 45 minutes. So
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
That's perfect because the next comment is a tip from Ellen Shaw for $11 and said, double down on Mary. Fantastic set again. Also, we need tonight's comics at Nowhere Comedy Club ASAP.
boom.
Nice.
Well, we
We
already
had a
got you covered
couple-
with Mary. We'll talk to Alex. He's a little bit busy with his elliptical routine, but if we can get him at the club, we would appreciate it. We might have to pay him in signed Michael Jordan photos, but we'll.
Yes.
We have 2 other tips that had come in for Alex. So Stacey Baldwin, $5. I just want to be best friends with Alex. That probably costs more than $5.
No.
We've got
No. I've known him for a very long time. That's about the going rate.
I pay Steve to know Steve.
and then we had Tyler Stevens, $2 for Alex, Matthew Plummer, $5. And then we had a few generals. We've got, let's see, David Ingbar said scare B&B.
Well, not wrong.
We've got Carrie.
Although Erica's is Air CDC, But sorry, go ahead.
We've got Carrie, $5 for Dr. Hot Dog Bowers. How many penises have you seen at your successful urology practice?
Just the one.
We've got E-Hole tipped $2 and said, "Oh hell yeah" to Carrie's question. We had Jessica $25 for Erica's for her plane ticket fund.
I need that. Thanks.
Yeah.
We've got Dave Adler $1. This doctor chat reminds me of my favorite Hofstetter heckler clip, the Doctor of Law one, because Binghamton was not the worst place mentioned.
Thank you.
Facebook, we've got Seth Shotwell, Simon Harris, Tranya Daniels, all donated. We've got Dave Adler sent another $2.18. He miswrote a lot of stuff in Venmo. And so he said, "I'm just pretty crappy at writing today. Apologies to Queen Rachel." Steve Gorak, $2. Cox is a yinzer even if he moved.
That's for radio show. Stupid.
Yeah.
And then Hudson in Florida, $5. My screen name is not paying off well today. And then I think I'm caught up, so we could do the
All right,
contract.
let's do the game. So the way this works, reminder, if anybody wants to get them in last minute, of course you can enter, you can just put yours for free, and we read some of the best ones of those. But if you want to enter the game and potentially win all of the prizes, you got to enter with at least $5, and that's the way this works. The game, of course, is Ruin a Restaurant with one word. So let's see what we got.
You can add a word, or you can change a word.
Yeah, you can delete, add, change, whatever it is. Mary, do you want to throw a couple of yours in first?
Sure, yeah. I did PF Bangs.
Nice. Way, that is Bowers' favorite strip club. It's a strip club with food. Are you kidding me?
It's a strip club plus Chinese buffet. That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was a haircut place for women going through a tough time.
Yeah.
While we're on PF Chang's, I do have one for that chain. Mine is PF Chang's Wuhan China Bistro.
Yeah, that's not going to go as well.
Good.
I also had Buffalo Child Wings. And I just had one more. The last one was Jack in Her Box.
Yeah, that first one and that last one were definitely Bowers-themed restaurants. So that's fantastic. Wait, prostitution and fast food? That's fantastic.
Dude,
Rachel, did anyone say Preda manager there, possibly?
That's Karen's favorite restaurant. All right.
I'm not sure if anybody in the live audience wanted to go.
Yes. Do we have any entries from our live audience?
Dirk. We want to go to Dirk and Chris Jacobs too.
Yeah.
You guys, can you turn on your video?
Yeah. Sorry, I turned on my video. So mine was a Kentucky Place chicken.
Oh, that's where
that's great.
If you last the longest, you get the meal. That's how it works.
Chris Jacobs,
and
you
if
want
you
to go?
don't, you are the meal.
Yeah, I thought of Dairy Queen.
Oh God.
That's my least favorite restaurant.
As someone who is lactose intolerant, that's a little too close to home. Just so.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're so professional, right, Erica?
Flannel. I told you this is my Sunday best.
Yeah.
All right, here's a couple of the non-paid entries. We've got Shelly, Crackhead Barrel,
Nice. Which, by the way, wouldn't really change it much. Just a heads up.
We've got Amensala, Bride of Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh.
That's good.
I love this one. Andy Leslie, Dama Nope.
Nice.
Okay, and now we've got the paid entries.
All right, let's do
so
it.
everybody take note
Comics-
of the ones that you like.
comics,
We will
you're
be
gonna-
voting on them.
Yeah, comics, you're going to vote. Comics, you have a vote, so be thinking about which ones you like the best. So here we go.
And Erica, of
Yes.
course, special guest comic as well.
I get to vote.
Yep.
Hell yes.
Okay.
I don't know
Yes.
this one. Randy Longmire.
Yeah,
Four-
so just pay attention and listen for your favorite.
Steve, your audio is shit today.
People
Randy
can message.
Longmire.
Yeah, it says my.
Okay. Forgo de Chow.
I'm not.
What is it?
Forgo de Chow.
Oh, Forgo de Chow? I mean, it's Fogo de Chow is the
Nice.
name of the restaurant. What's the
Yeah,
the
so it's
word?
forgo is not.
de chow. Like
Forgo, like
skip the
don't
food.
go. Yeah, I got it. All right, got
Yeah.
it. Perfect.
Yeah,
We've
was that
got,
my internet's fault or?
My pronunciation, likely. Cara the Lioness. Penis Express.
Oh God. By the way, I have always, there's a place called Chicken Express, and I really want to go in and ask if they serve panda. Like, I feel like they should serve panda.
We've got Tyler Stevens, McFondle's Play Place.
Oh God.
We've got Jeremy Day. It's KFC, Kentucky Fuck Chicken.
Oh shit.
We've got Crystal Newen, Pandemic Bread.
Oh my God. I took over Morty's.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pandemic bread.
Tipsy Dash is Dick Filet.
I thought of that one.
You thought of that one?
Right there.
By the
that's
way,
right there.
literally the thing that would offend the people from Chick-fil-A the most. That is the thing that they are scared of.
Okay. Yeah.
We've got Harry.
They've become the very thing they fear. Sorry, go ahead.
Carrie has Cat in the Box, aka Schrödinger's.
Schrodinger's. Oh my God, Schrodinger's. Shit.
Cat in the Box is really good.
Cat in the Box is great. Where it's just like, is it a chicken sandwich? I don't know. Is it? You don't know?
Both a chicken sandwich and not a chicken sandwich at the same time, Steve. That's the difficult part about Schrödinger's Cat in a Box.
But by the way,
God, yeah.
Schrodinger's totally sounds like a name of a bad bar. Like that's like a really shitty nerdy bar. Sorry,
That's
go
why
ahead, Rich.
softball players go after they get done playing softball. They go to show dingers. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
We've got yesterday's winner, Danny Gallagher, Roethlisberger King.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
What is
shit.
it?
Roethlisberger King.
Roethlisberger King.
The quarterback for the
Oh.
Steelers. The quarterback for the Steelers. You know, the rapist guy.
Roethlisberger King. Got it. I didn't hear it clearly.
Dave Adler has Ruth's Chris Bauer Steakhouse.
Wait, they do not serve any vegetables. Just a heads up, you can't expect a side. There are no sides. You get a steak with a side of steak. That is what you get there.
Yep.
God, I was hoping.
Get your hot dog medium rare.
Yeah.
I was hoping someone would call it. Someone would do Ruth's Piss Steakhouse because that's what I thought.
Ruth's Piss.
Mario Miser, Asshole Bees.
Also wouldn't change it much. Just heads up.
Danny
it's
Gallagher.
eaten oh, sorry, go ahead.
Good.
Danny Gallagher, Chucky Manson, Chucky Manson.
Are you sure?
How I am.
Neither one of those words is difficult.
Why
Those
did
are
you
both
laugh?
very easy words.
Why did you laugh before you said it when you didn't know what it said? That's just very confusing.
I don't know.
Rachel is, was, and will always be the best part of the show.
Yes, for a minute, Bowers took you off the hook on pronunciations, but you're right back, Queen. You're back at your throne.
Long live the Queen.
That's right.
All hail Queen Rachel, the first of her name, the true Queen of the Andals.
Long live the Queen Rachel.
Queen Wordbreaker. Sorry, go ahead.
Wordbreaker.
Two people had this one. We've got Dizzy by Nature and Jeremy Day. Both had Whites Only Castle.
That would change that business a great deal, actually. That would be a very different business.
We've got Carrie, Sweetbreads, Sweet Tomatoes, Hello Clary.
I don't even. That was very
I don't
confusing.
know. That might be a Florida restaurant. I don't know.
I don't know that restaurant.
I don't know it either.
Is it Erica?
I have no idea. I haven't been out of the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Bowers still laughed at it because of his preternatural encyclopedic knowledge of all food chains.
That was a very good one. I love sweetbread.
We've got Razor. This one, I think he's fucking with me. He's trying to get me to say stuff really slow, and I think it's perverted, but let's see. Because I saw a lot of people comment afterwards and say, "Don't make her do that," and so I'm just now looking at it.
Well, it's just Wendy's.
Yeah. All right, what do you got?
No, it says, "Okay, Queen, you got to say this game entry how it sounds. In and out, in and out. Oh yes, in and out. Slow down."
That's not one word.
Yeah, that's definitely not one word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can ruin that by saying it in and in. Yes, that's.
We've got Danny Gallagher, Kalana. What is
Colonic?
colonic? No, so what is the procedure called? A coloscopy? A colonoscopy?
Colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy F. Chang.
Colonoscopy F. Chang. Yes.
That was so confusing.
Colonoscopy F. Chang's. The colonoscopy F. Chang's is very funny.
Yeah, that's good.
We've got Cara the Lioness, Carol Baskin Robbins. Dave Adler, the restaurant's Jolie B. So Jolie being Ben Gleib.
Okay.
I don't like these mashups. These are so hard to pronounce at times. Dave Adler.
It's my favorite part.
Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and Jews.
Oh my god. That's definitely one word. That was letter of the law on this game. Nicely done.
Jeremy Day, Wall on the Border.
Okay.
Oh, because it's just called On the Border, and so wall on the border.
That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Dave Adler, P.F. Chong's Chronic Bistro.
It's
like Cheech and Chong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chronic. Danny Gallagher, Abort of Call.
Port of Call's a restaurant. Abort.
Oh, got it. Right. We got to go to our restaurant expert on this. Does that qualify?
And they told me this knowledge wouldn't pay off, that my doctorate in fucking fast food science was not going to take me anywhere. I realized I've been training for this shit my whole life. My whole life's been about this, guys, and it's finally paying off.
I love that your love of fast food has made your metabolism so slow. Like, that's incredible.
Bowers does accept that answer, but he gives it just 1 out of 4 pocket squares.
What else we got?
Next guy, I pronounce his name wrong all the time apparently, and he just super chatted and $5. I keep saying Mario Miser, but it's apparently Meeser. So Mario Meeser, Dead Robin.
Your specialty.
We've got Brooklyn Hodgkins,
Ed
Blue
Robin,
Waffle
yeah.
House.
Do not Google Blue Waffle. Don't do it. You don't want to see it. It's fucking terrible. I know what that is.
What? Wait. What is it?
This
What is
is,
it?
and by the way, can we just point out that Alex's Zoom name is now Dr. DJ Alex Edelman. I don't know when that changed, but I just noticed it. So this game was designed for Bowers.
Yes.
This is Bowers' game. Absolutely.
What was the entry? I'm keeping track.
Blue Waffle. Blue Waffle House. But you don't want to Google Blue Waffle. It's a really gross thing.
What is? Hold on.
Don't. Alex, it's not a good idea.
Off screen sharing. Turn off screen sharing.
He said don't.
Alex's face right now. Oh my god.
Damn,
Man, you don't want to see that shit.
Oh my god. I don't know who put that one in, but you lose. You lose. Oh, goodness me.
All right. What else we got?
All right, we've got quite a few more. Carrie, Buffalo Bills skinned wings.
Oh shit.
Push the lotion on
We've
the
got-
wings.
Ellen Shaw on behalf of this guy's name, Ben Vergebergens.
Nailed it.
Five
Good
guys,
job.
one cup. I did, thanks. Five guys,
Five
one
guys, one cup. Oh shit. Oh
Google
fuck.
that either.
Technically
Alex.
it's two
Do not
words,
Google
but
that.
it's so funny.
We've got Richard Earl Deary, long hung silvers.
How long is this
Carrie.
game?
A lot of
They
submissions.
pay for.
Yeah, you realize that
hours.
Erica just had to
I think
pay
we
an
just have a
extra
couple
day
more.
on the Airbnb.
We've got about 10 more. So
Airbnb
Carrie,
your
on behalf of-
Right, what else we
Carrie,
got?
on behalf of Razvan, Diarrhea Queen.
Oh.
Oh God, Danny Gallagher again. Shake Baby Shack.
Shake Baby Shack.
Brianna Calkins, In and Gout Burger. We've got Dave Adler, 5 guys, 2 girls, and a cup.
Too many words.
It's too many words.
All right.
We've got Kira on behalf of Jen Winklepleck, Blue Waffle House. So another entry for that one.
Okay.
Richard Earl Deary, Crappa John's or Booger King?
Booker King.
Doesn't change much again. What else we got?
Richard Earl Deary, instead of Hooters, we have Shooters.
That's an actual restaurant in Cleveland, Shooters,
Yeah,
it is.
and it's also what people do there. So
Yeah.
Danny Gallagher, Catholic Church's Chicken. Richard Earl Deary, Hominos.
Oh God.
Homo nose.
Homo nose.
Instead of Domino's, I got it.
Night Wheel, Dippin' Drugs.
Oh, instead of like Dippin' Dots.
I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
restaurant.
And then
My favorite restaurant
last-
has always been Dippin' Dots, so I feel that one.
Yeah. Look, they're a food
And then
stand
the-
at a ball game. That counts. All right.
Mm-hmm. Does not count.
And
Okay,
then
great.
the last one I have is Evan Greenberger, Apple Worms.
Apple worms.
Oh.
All right.
All right. We have so many to choose from. Let's start with Erica's vote since she hates how long this game went. So Erica, what's your favorite one?
I was gonna say nobody said Olive Garden. Doesn't need to be ruined.
Erica, the name of the restaurant with one word.
Yeah, it's just bad enough.
What's your favorite of the contestants?
Well, I'm gonna say, because I thought of it too, so obviously it's the best one, would be Dick Fillet.
Dick Fillet, absolutely. All right.
Also, the double entendre, we like the double meaning with it, which is like that's like their biggest, nightmare.
Yeah. And I like the idea that their billboards are just a bunch of vaginas being like, eat more dick, instead of the campaign. By the way, I was like, as I was doing that, I was like, you guys better fucking get this reference, otherwise this is gonna be real bad.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
Dr. DJ Alex, who do you got?
Okay, first of all, I just want to let you guys know that these would have instantly won the game for me. If anyone said Drunken Donuts or Wolfgang Fucks, I would have been very excited.
Oh yeah, what about Starfucks?
Starbucks, too easy.
These sound like great restaurants, actually. That's not ruining a restaurant. That's enhancing their business plan.
Yeah, I think Starfucks is called Raya. I don't know.
Wow.
And just like Starbucks, everything there is pretty bitter. Go ahead.
And I'm not allowed in. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I would have said Willy Romo's, but I think Catholic Church's chicken was.
All right, Catholic Church's chicken with a vote. Excellent.
Or Baskin Robbins. So I think. Oh yeah.
You got to choose one.
I'll go with Catholic Church's Catholic. The first one.
Catholic Church's chicken. Excellent. All right, cool. We got it. Mary Santora, what's your vote?
I think I'm gonna have to go In-N-Gout Burger.
All right, In-N-Gout Burger. It is anyone's ball game right now. We got a three-way tie. What about you, Ben?
Well, first of all, I would just like to take a moment to thank our new sponsor of the show, the Olive Garden. Erica Rhodes fucking hates us. your family,
of course, you have a bottle of Olive Garden.
Never come back again.
where when your family, they still want you to stay at their house.
No wonder Erica hates Olive Garden. She's super pissed at her family.
My God.
Treat you like family, and just like it, you're not allowed in right now. Not allowed in.
Hi, Erica. Welcome. Your family here. The wait for a table is just about 14 days.
30 days.
30 days. Jeez. Damn.
All right. I love that Ben just has Olive Garden salad dressing in his office like everything else. Is that under the application? He's gonna pick up the
random.
Where was that at?
It's a pretty big office.
Yeah.
I have a couple of my own entries before I enter my vote. I would like to submit for your approval. Sonic Drive-In Me.
All right.
Or Sonic Drive-By, either way. The Jew Bakery Cafe. Jew Bakery Cafe.
And you want to be my president. How dare you?
I didn't like that one either. I thought of it. I thought it was too good not to share. It offends me personally, but I still did it. Soft
That's what
Cafe.
I feel about this show, by the way.
What was that last one, Ben?
Soft Rock Cafe.
Oh, nice.
Revisionist Soup Plantation. We've got Bar Louis C.K.
Hey, what most comedy clubs have done.
That's the International House of Leftover Pancakes. Wrong Table Pizza. They just always bring the food to the wrong table.
Nice.
Chuck E. Jesus. This one, I just changed one letter. Black Anus Steakhouse. And finally, the Bubba Gump Limb Factory.
But you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also had the International Hose of Pancakes. Just shoot it at you. And also the Internet House of Pancakes, which is basically how it works right now. So
exactly. Ben, who was your
spicy
vote?
arms? We got spicy arms. We got Cajun legs. We got delicious, super fried fingers.
Ben, if you pull out a fucking prosthetic arm out of your office right now, I'm gonna leave.
He's looking for it. He's like, I got it somewhere. Fuck off, kid. I didn't. Like, are you a Hollywood prop master?
Wait, by the way,
is that your secret job?
Thomas Hennef on our front row just commented "Hard Cock Cafe."
Cannot find a prosthetic arm. I apologize. I just looked everywhere. Anywhere.
Bye, everybody. I promised. Bye.
we need your vote, Steve. Don't ignore your vote. Oh my God, Ben, what was your vote?
I loved McFondle's Play Place because that definitely ruins a McDonald's Play Place. But I go with In-N-Gout Burger.
All right,
In-N-Gout Burger with two votes right now. Queen Rachel, what about you?
I like the one I couldn't pronounce. Colonoscopy F. Chang.
That was a good one too.
Colonoscopy F. Chang's awesome with a vote. So right now, do I tie it up or do
I haven't voted yet, Steve. I have to vote.
Oh no! You're too busy with your doctor stuff. So I'm gonna.
Sorry,
yeah, you've got patients waiting outside. You're an essential worker, Chris. You can't just quit.
I've been waiting for 5 weeks to vote on a fast food restaurant, and this is not giving me the opportunity. You fuckers. We did this show so we could talk about fucking fast food restaurants, and then the one time we do, I can't come in.
All right. Hey,
He's so
geez,
mad.
doctor. Ed. What's your vote?
Oh my God.
I like a lot of ones were already said. I really like, as a Bengals fan, I like Roethlisberger King just because fuck that guy. But I think I'm going to go with Assholebees. I like Assholebees.
By the way, yes, fuck that guy whether you want to or not. All right. I gotta say, I was very, very tempted to tie it up right now and vote for Catholic Church's chicken, but I'm actually gonna vote for one that none of y'all voted for, which is Shake Baby Shack, because that is definitely not something you want to do. I hear the wait there is very, very long.
No, it's up and down is fine. Back and forth is bad. Up and down is okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Back and forth is bad.
I haven't read Ben's parenting book yet. I don't know.
That said, the doctor has weighed in. You can shake a baby aggressively up and down and not just back and forth. Thank you, PhD, hot dog DJ, slice master spin.
So, with that means the winner is In-N-Gout Burger, everybody. In-N-Gout Burger is the winner.
Nice work.
Holy shit, that was a ton of fun. You guys kicked ass at that game once more. So much fun. And with that, let's do our shout outs and all that stuff. So we've already let the comics do their plugs. Just a reminder, though.
Mary didn't do hers yet. Did she?
Oh, Mary didn't do her plugs.
No.
Oh, sorry, because we talked about her show. So I apologize. So Mary,
okay.
what's up?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Mary Santora Comedy. That's where I do most of the shit. You can see me mowing a lawn on my Instagram story if that's something that interests you. Maybe your husband's not around anymore and you really feel like you need that presence in your life. Also, on Twitter is Mary_Santora. And then, like I said, I'll be headlining Nowhere Comedy Club this Monday, 4/27. So that'd be great. Thank you.
Excellent. Get your tickets to see her at Nowhere Comedy Club. Alex will be running a yard sale of old sports memorabilia coming up soon. If you guys want to want to stop by and tell his brilliant father why he's stupid, that would be great. I feel like since we didn't open with them, we should close with Alex's credits. But that said, let's go to Erica Rhodes. Do your plugs. What you got?
Oh, I'm headlining Nowhere Comedy Club too. What's the date again?
May 23rd, I believe.
I
May
think so.
23rd. Yes. So get tickets are already available for that. And then you can just find me on Twitter at Erica Rhodes. You can get my album Sad Lemon. And yeah, I think that's about it.
That's a great name for an album.
Steve,
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
can I mention one more thing that people might enjoy?
Absolutely, Alex.
Because we were bored, this is gonna be too Jewy for some of you, but I put together this thing called Saturday Night Seder with a bazillion Jewish celebrities and stuff. And so far we've raised $3 million for the CDC Foundation. And which is too much money, frankly. I wanted some of it. But
Do that for the comics, Alex. Do that for the comics.
Dude, I'm not kidding. I didn't know it was gonna raise that much money. I thought every celebrity we asked said yes. Like we asked Bette Midler, and she's like, "Yeah, I have nothing to do." So like, it's got like,
wow,
got Adina Menzel to sing the 4 questions. Like, frankly, it's a waste of everybody's time and talent. But it was so cool, and I wrote all the stuff with this guy Benj Pasek, who wrote La La Land and Dear Evan Hansen and shit. It's good. So just Google Saturday Night Seder.
I actually have had people recommend that to me, and I didn't even know it was yours. And I was also very offended that I was not asked to sing Imagine with you guys.
I also
same.
And there's a billion Jewish celebrities, and Steve and I both were not asked. That is some bullshit.
Celebrities.
I did. He had me do it, and I'm not even Jewish. What the fuck's that? That's crazy.
Look, we needed a doctor. We needed a hot dog doctor.
Bowers actually led the prayer over the hot dog, the customary Passover hot dog prayer. Yeah.
It's cool. So yeah, sorry.
That's awesome. By the way, Alex, congratulations on doing something so amazing. And like, we were so proud on this show that, you know, we've raised like 10 grand for Out of Work Comics, and yeah, you know, apparently we're dog shit. So
well,
thanks for that.
The problem is Alex's mom is still not impressed. She's like, call me when it's 5 million, pussy.
Yesterday, she went, "Hey, Alex, guess how much money Comic Relief raised last night?" I was like, "What, Mom?" She's like, $27 million. And she didn't say anything else. She just let me.
She's like, "You only got one of the stars from Beaches, so how does that feel?" All right. With that, let's again, you know, thanks to our front row who joined us here. We really appreciate you guys. You all were wonderful.
Yes.
And with that, Chris Bowers, what do you want to plug?
Just at Bowers Comedy. I've got a Nowhere show May 10th. So nowherecomedy.club.com for that, May 10th. And Bowers' album is my new album. Unpopular Opinions is out right now. So find that out in the world. Ben.
I love that. Thank you so much, Bowers. I have been looking around. I don't have a prosthetic arm, but I do have one of these. So that's exciting. You know, we do have this. That's, you know what I mean? So the great news there.
What is that?
That's a harmonica?
Tonium? What is that?
No, that is not a harmonica.
There's something that you got during your presidential run. Did you get any cool stuff? Do you have like Pete Buttigieg's war medals or something now? Like,
no, I did. I got a really cool pen that was given to me at the Veterans Freedom Center.
What's in the box?
Iowa.
Ben, what's the
box? What's it? It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Holy fuck!
What's the box?
It's Gwyneth Paltrow's
I
head.
can't get it out. I think it's stuck in there, and this whole bit is ruined. I can't.
That's what she said.
For another episode, but I of course also do have a box of
what's in the box?
No, you gotta tell us what's in the box. What's in the box?
What's in the box? Don't show us your dildos. What's in the box?
Cliffhanger, baby, cliffhanger. I do have a Patreon. You can check out at patreon.com/Ben Gleib. Check out Neurotic Gangster on YouTube or Amazon Prime, my special, and check out Idiot Test, my game show on Netflix. That's all for now. Thank y'all
Hey
for
guys,
being
what's
here.
the game for tonight?
We're not doing one.
We're not doing
Yeah, we're not going to do an overnight game tonight. But also, I'd like to remind everybody that Ben also has a Nowhere Comedy Club show coming up. So get those tickets as well. And as always, tonight is a Saturday. So I will be hosting Ask Us Anything with Daniel Muggleton, where we have a fun interactive comedy show. It's, I mean, a little like this, kind of, I guess. But anyway, it's stand-up that's all ad-libbed. I very much appreciate you guys, tuning into the show as always, sharing it with your friends, which is, one of the ways that this keeps growing. So, putting your comments and your likes and all that stuff, which is awesome. Supporting the show, which is great. Ben is going to drink some of his salad dressing now.
Ew.
No.
I swear to God, real quick, I promise you, I thought he was pouring that onto a small hot dog. I really thought that's what that was. That he had like a cocktail weenie and he was putting dressing on it.
Hey, Bowers thought so too, and that's why he came. So
It's a run for president when you live in an apartment where you can reach everything in the apartment from your desk.
And with that, this was so much fun, and clearly I'm gonna go work out now because I've been shamed. So thank you so much for tuning in. You guys were, yes, it is. I can breathe when I get out of a car, Ben. Anyway, you guys were you guys were wonderful. It was a joke trying to end on a funny thing. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for having me.
Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Mary.
Bye, Alex.